Hey there, I'm Michael Leedy here once again with another SMB tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to cover how to document a CSV file so that you can bulk upload into whatever platform you are working with SMBs. In this example, what I'm going to do is focus on Twitter because, well, that's what I've been working on with these videos. So I'm going to use that as the example. It can be related to any of the services or channels or social media platforms you are working with. Okay, so as discussed in the what is the difference between a queued and scheduled, what is the word I'm looking for? Post. There's two different ways to document it if you're going to do bulk uploads. Now, let's start with queued because that's the one I was saying is great for your foundation. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, find that video of what's the difference between a scheduled and a queued post. Okay, so in a queued post, right, so you have your message, your send date, your subject, your URL, your image, your tags. Now, this is the basic thing that you want to have. You want to fill in these blanks. You don't need to fill in all the blanks. You can fill in the ones that are appropriate for whichever channel you are working for. For example, Twitter does not have a subject. Either does Facebook. So you wouldn't need to fill in a subject there. Matter of fact, you wouldn't even necessarily need to put in tags for either. I'm not sure if that would work in Facebook or not, the tags. Now, tags would be great for Tumblr. A subject would be great for Tumblr or Blogger or let's say Pinterest. Might not have a subject, but definitely will have tags. So it just depends on the platform that you're working with. You'll know what you want to be putting in to get the engagement you're looking for. Okay. Now notice down here in the scheduled version, we've got a time and a date. And notice down here, right? So it's 10/20/15, so that's the date, and then the time is in military. When you're uploading, it's gonna want it in a military time, so that's what we're gonna get it. Let me just show you a little trick here, because you're going to need to. Excel's kind of cranky, and if you're gonna want the time and date inside of a cell, that's what this little box is. It's a cell, and we're gonna be creating this in Excel. I'm sure you could use any other type of spreadsheet thing. But you would go up here to custom, and then you would go to time, okay, and it gives you different options that you want to look at, and we're looking for this one so that it's showing the 3/14/01 and military time. Okay, so that's how that would be. And then when you upload, it'll work right. Again, this is it's for a Twitter post, so I don't have a subject and I don't have tags. If you have those, that type of channel, then perfect. You're going to want to put your subject in here and your tags, but just leave it blank. The only reason why I have an X in this is because, well, here, look at this. See how long this file name is? And if I had that, it's going to look like I've got something in there, but I don't. So I put a little X in there for the video purpose. Okay, and really that's the basics of how you document it. Now here I'm going to show you a real life example. A project I'm working on is You the Magician, and I've got a spinning wheel. There we go. Okay, so how shall I show you? Well, this here is thought leaders and hashtags, which. This is just a little tidbit of extra information that I'm sharing with you. When you're doing your research, let's say you're working on Twitter or you're working on Instagram or any of these platforms, create a spreadsheet with the hashtags, with the thought leaders, with awards, with weekly hashtags. Like create a document of things that you want to pay attention to for yourself or for your clients. That's just a little bonus bit there. Now I'm going to show you, this is a real life example. I do upload these in a video. I believe it's the 4th video. I will do look for how to bulk upload your content into queues. Okay, but you notice again the send date and time right here. It's blank because I'm using a queue. It's the foundation. I explained that in the what's the difference between a queued and scheduled post. Same thing with subject. This is Twitter, but you know, as you can see, it's just a lot of. It looks kind of crazy, but here, look. It's just a really long name, right? So that there's nothing in tag. So it's just the image, and this is the URL link that basically is going to get put into SMB. Will shrink this and turn it into a bit.ly, or you can use whatever kind you want. There's different options. You can add your own. And it'll shrink that for us. And that's the basic of it. You just want to make sure, here's some little notes. If you're using, let's say, a platform with character limitations, Twitter only allows 140 characters if you are only writing text. Okay, so if you are going to have a text with an image, you're actually going to pre-write your post in 117 characters max. Okay, you don't want to write over 117, otherwise it's not going to work, or it's going to get cut off. It's going to get truncated, and they're going to put a little ellipsis, the ... at the end of it. Okay, and then some of your stuff might be missing. So if you're posting your tweet with an image, you have 117 characters. With a link, you have 117 characters. If you post an image and link with a tweet, okay, you're only allowed 93 characters. And I'm just telling you this so that you are aware if Twitter is one of the platforms you're working on. Just know your limitations, and if we haven't covered it in here, then, well, you can let us know, or you can ask us, and we can always test it, or you can test it, okay? Because that's how I found a lot of this stuff out. Excuse me, I tested it. So that's the basic how to document it, and then I will go into how to bulk upload in that video covering how to bulk upload into a queue. And again, if you want to bulk upload into a schedule, you can do that as well. You just got to make sure you have your send date and time scheduled in there as well. There is one more thing I want to show you. If you are creating your spreadsheet in, let's say, Excel, where's this? CSV workbook example. And I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this one. Okay. So notice this is an Excel extension, right? So this is the name of this whole sheet, this whole spreadsheet with all these different tabs in them, right? It's an Excel spreadsheet. Now we need to turn this document here into a CSV. So if we're going to do this, we're going to go to File. If you're not in Excel, I'm sure it's going to be very similar. Let us know what you're using, because I can always cut another video on how to do that. I just need to know what you're using so I can get into it and cut one for you. Or maybe you can cut it and we can add you. Anyway, where to go? File, Save As. Okay. And we're going to go, and what are we going to call it? We're going to call this one, because this is the full page, right? So I'm going to go YTM for You the Magician, full page. And that happens to be the image that fits with the actual tweets that are going out. I like to put everything to my desktop at first, because then I at least know exactly where it's at. And now here, format. See, right now it's .xlsx, so which is Excel. So you just want to use CSV, comma, separated values. We're kind of dumbing it down, okay? So export the data on the active sheet to the text file that uses commas to separate values in cells. So we're going to go Save. And it's going to go, this workbook cannot be saved in the selected file format because it contains multiple sheets. See, there's different sheets down here, which I was referring to as tabs, but they're called sheets. And basically, we only want to save the active sheet, okay? And then it's going to go, it contains features that, will not work or may be removed. And basically, they're saying, you've got a really smart something here, which is the whole document together. And we're going to make it kind of dumb. So, because we're only just going to save one page of it, right? Because we're taking it back. We're taking it back to turn into a CSV so that it's simple to upload into SMB. I really love SMBs for this specific thing. It's like, look how much content I had uploaded. And then if you need to go back in and let's say modify these, like initially I had written these in the wrong length. I made them 96 characters because I thought I had tested it, but I had done something different. And then I uploaded a bunch of stuff and noticed they are all truncated. And so I had to do some more testing and discovered that it's actually 93. So I had to go on and modify. But then I just re-uploaded everything and it was fixed in like minutes. I mean, aside from having to go back in and shrink everything, it took minutes to revise it, which is the really awesome thing about doing queues and schedules. So that is finally it, and we will be done. And I'll see you on the next video. Let us know if this is helpful. If you have any questions, remember you just go over to, oh my gosh, Sing Song. Oh, it's because it's down here. Okay, you go over here, right, click the thing and contact us and go from there. This is Michael Leedy. We will see you on the next video. Have a great day.